and I just fall for anything. And never get it twisted when I'm in the booth, you already know I'ma speak my truth. I'ma share my pain, I'ma share my story. You can walk the way with me through the glory. God be the glory.
flickering flame, tears on your face, and time will erase.
It's interconference time for the New York Knicks as they travel to enemy territory looking for a win. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, and the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. Today's game continues this Golden State Warriors homestand. And, of course, Bradley Beal. He's a big ticket to foul. They'll go without him, though.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
Pass to Bain. Rejected. They recover it. Achua with it. Over in the corner, Dort. Traps in the tray. Dort got the opening field goal of the game for the Warriors. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
3 points.
Hey, they've broken the seal. 3 misses to start, but now they're in business.
Here's Jerome. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Thompson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
Here's George. Oh, good with the triple. Porter with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Thompson surveying the floor. Just 5 to shoot. A kick out to Bain. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up to the Golden State Warriors. Pass to George. With the drive. To the inside. Down the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
I love seeing George be so assertive down low. Certainly doesn't lack confidence. An accomplished scorer.
Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And so here is Golden State. Now George. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
Team foul.
New York on D, trailing by 2. And that one is good from Jerome.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
It's stolen by Dort. Fires the 3. Jerome, no good. Knicks trailed by 4. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. Now, he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Evan?
Thank you, David.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Here's Jerome. Good on the triple. Jerome's got his 3rd basket of the night. And it's Paul with the ball for the Knicks. 7-point differential. Pass to Bain. Back to Paul. Here's Wembanyama. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Wembanyama's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Outside, Bain. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Down low. Here's Green. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Warriors making a switch here.
Number 32, Jeff Green.
Knicks trailed by 6. Now here's Paul. Scoreless thus far. Some nice passing by New York here. Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pass to Bitadze. They get a hand on it. And taken away by Paul. And a fast break now for New York. With the teardrop. The rebound by Bitadze. Warriors leading by 5. Here's Dort. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Knicks on offense. Pass to Thompson. It's Porter outside. New York, no good that time either. Here's Bitadze. Stolen by Thompson. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way.
Absolutely locks down on the defensive end. Thompson creating offense now with that defense.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And new group in for the Knicks. The Warriors lead it. Outside Anthony. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And here's Levine. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Here's McGowens. Launches a three. And Ball pulls it down.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Beasley outside. Back to Levine. Pass to Beasley. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. For three, Levine drains it from beyond the arc. Levine's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
How about the confidence that Levine has? Feels like he can take these shots whenever he wants.
To the middle. Batase with the bucket.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Levine with it. It's Wembanyama, top of the key. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen, going at the rim there with a purpose.
And it became very clear very early, RJ, that Wembanyama is legit and a very special player. Generational.
You never know until those first few games, but it was immediate how different Wemby is going to be. He has already met those lofty expectations that we all had for him.
There's Levine. Wembanyama outside. Now Ball. Fades and shoots. Wembanyama gets the bucket. Wembanyama's got 10 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to McGowens. Green, the screen. And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim round.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. 54 seconds left to play in the first. Wembanyama outside. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Hits the three-point bomb. 6 points for him.
We've seen the evolution of Levine as a three-point shooter. He's gained the confidence behind the arc, and he makes an impact there consistently.
Now here's Anthony. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to McGowens. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. It's tipped. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for New York. He got to double digits.
The Knicks, 22.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good, and now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Shot from the inbound, and Johnson puts it in. Johnson's got the lead up to 3 now for New York.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Achua. No good there. Now, here's Johnson. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Some nice passing by New York here. On its way from Beasley for 2. And again, it's New York.
He's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Pass to Bitadze. Here's McLaughlin. No scoring in this one. Here's Bitadze. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Pass to Ware. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. No good from Beasley.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's McLaughlin. Stolen by Levine. To the paint. Here's Ware. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And some changes here for the Warriors. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Jerome, and the Warriors miss again. New York leading by 5. And here's Levine. 6 points for him. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Jerome. He has 7. Back to George. It's rebounded by New York.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. We've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wemby's. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll now.
Levine with it. In the corner, Bull with it. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Bulls got 5 now.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to George. Inside. Here's a chew up. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Bull.
State basketball.
Here's Jerome. Outside, Dort. George looking over the floor. Off target from three-point range. New York with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Now Johnson. 5 points in the game. Beasley outside. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Jerome. Stolen by Levine. Here's Ware. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Levine gets the bucket. Levine's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
Inside the paint, Levine's agility is just a difference maker. That's what allows him to get to almost any shot.
Outside, Dort. And the Warriors miss again.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Johnson outside. Has to Ware. Right side, Levine. Buries it from three-point range. Levine's got 11.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The length and quickness of George is so difficult to guard against. That really compromises the defense, forcing them to foul.
Good on both. And so it's New York with it. Johnson with the bounce pass. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Pass to Wembanyama. Turner with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Now here's Turner. Defended by Wembanyama. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Levine. 11 points in the game. Wembanyama, a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ware. And a miss there on the triple. George with the ball. Now defended by Levine. And a fast break now for New York. And Levine throws it down.
Well, Levine is fired up tonight and having no trouble finding points for his squad.
Here's Jerome. He's got 7. Outside, Green. Turner with the screen. The Knicks pull it in. Knicks on offense. They're on a 19-6 run. Pass to Wembanyama. To the inside. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Does Wemby even need to jump to dunk? No. Must be nice.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul.
Draymond Green.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
The Knicks leading by 16. And here's Levine. He's got 13. And he drives in. Pass to Wembanyama.
It's an awkward pass to try to make on the interior.
Offensive rebound. Outside, George. Now, here's George. Green, the screen. And Paul George, good for 3. George has got 8 points.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
Outside, Levine. They double team Wembanyama. Paul, no one around him. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Pass to Dort. Golden State moving it around. Outside, Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Number 5. Precious.
New York leading by 16. Paul with the ball. Thompson outside. And there's the call on Ty Jerome. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Michael Porter Jr. Desmond Bain.
And the Knicks with possession here. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Outside, George. There's the screen. Deflects the pass. And now the Knicks on the break. And a wide open look for Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Bain's got his second basket of the night.
Quick thinking from Bain there. I like watching him rise up like this off the pass.
You know, he should know better. A pass like that is going to wind up as a turnover more often than not.
8 seconds left in the second quarter. Wembanyama outside. And so it's the New York Knicks sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Warriors trailed by 21. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. 6 to shoot. They double-team Wembanyama. And a wide-open look for Porter. Here's Thompson. Got a hand on it.
Quite simply, Lou Dort is an elite defender. Plays hard, smart, great wingspan, which we just saw him use there.
The Knicks leading by 21. Wembanyama outside. It's good from long range. Wembanyama's got 17 now.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Over to the wing. George with no one around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Now that last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Paul. On the wing, Porter. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Warriors trailed by 21. It's George on the wing. Misses the three.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
And here's Porter. Wembanyama down low. He's got 17. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Shot clock at 5. Back to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to talk to his guys. Some changes here for the Warriors. This Warriors squad struggling. Here's McGowan's from downtown. Knocks down the three ball. McGowan's has got 5 points so far.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Outside, Bain. Back to Paul. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porter outside. The three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got his second basket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Pass to McGowan's. Back to Anthony. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Three-pointer. And they get it back. The kick out to Porter. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Yes, that goes in. Wembanyama's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Pass to Bassie. Outside, Green. Golden State moving it around. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Wembanyama. Paul outside. Now Thompson. Wembanyama left side. Back to Bain. Thompson outside. Paul for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for him.
From deep. Paul doesn't hold back when pulling the trigger, especially when he sees the chance.
Pass to Green. They set the pick. Here's Bassie. Guarded by Porter. Bassie, no good.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Outside, Bain. Outside, Porter. Pass to Paul. Out to Thompson. Now here's Porter. Fires for 3. Bassie pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
New York takes timeout. And here's George for three. Doesn't go for him.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Checking in for the Knicks. Number 45. Beyond.
Here's New York. They've got an 8-0 run. And, Richard, you look back, Zach LaVine has been one of those microwave-type players. He can get hot in a blink of an eye.
Zach LaVine is one of those players that when he catches fire, there is nothing you can do about it. He can score from deep, multiple level score, and when he gets going, ooh, it could be a problem.
George up top. Over Bain. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Johnson outside. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Pass to McLaughlin. Now George. He's got 11. Puts up a three. He can't get that one.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Here's the three. Drills it from outside. Ware's got 5 points so far.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Turner with the screen. George. And George with the stuff.
And the speed of George on the drive. Amazing at attacking the rim.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. Pass to Ware. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Assist from.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Right side, George. That doesn't go either for George.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
And here is Johnson. Pass to Bull. Here's Ware. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. Turner with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Turner throws it down.
Throwing it down on that one. Turner really showing off that athleticism.
2 minutes remaining.
Johnson with it.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Bain. The rebound by Turner. Pass to McLaughlin. His first shot coming late. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
First personal foul.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, I always saw that as an effort foul. If it happens once, coaches...
Oh, with authority!
That is a monster finish.
Oh.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Bitadze off the left rim and out. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 20-7 run. To the middle. Porter looking it over. To the paint. It's stolen by Green. Outside Anthony. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And he may be in his 30s, but Paul George still has got a lot of bounce.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for New York. Has to Ware. A three ball. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. "27 seconds left in the third quarter. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Here's Bain. He has 6. Has to Ware. Bull with it. And so it's New York up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. Their defense has been active.
77.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Now Johnson. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Bitadze can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to man. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now here's Johnson. Outside Levine. Here's Ware. Back to Levine. From deep. That shot no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
They set the pick. Pass to McLaughlin. Green taking his time here. 5 on the clock. Golden State moving it around. Here's McGowan's. Over Levine. And Ware pulls it down. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Outside Levine. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
The shot's good from Bitadze.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
New York takes timeout. it up here. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And here's Thompson. Beasley outside. Pass to Wembanyama. It's stolen by Green. Here's Dort. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Left side, Levine. It's Beasley on the wing. They get it again. Levine on the follow.
You have to watch this. This man has elite athleticism, and it makes him a threat on that offensive glass.
And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Green. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
And Anthony's got the ball here for the Warriors. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so here is New York. Pass to Wembanyama. Five to shoot. There's the triple. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
And you can tell he's starting to figure things out here in the second half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Anthony. And Green now, top of the key. Pass to Man. Green, the screen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Wembanyama with it. Pass to Johnson. Here's Ware. Jacks up a 3. Kicks it out to Beasley. Takes the 3. Ware. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Pass to Dort. Outside Turner. He's looking for Levine and finds him. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Timeout called the Warriors. Both teams will make substitutions. And here are the Warriors now. Here's McLaughlin. Dort wide open. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
Driving in. In the corner, it's Levine. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the wide open shot from Green. Offensive rebound. Here's Bassey. Good defense by Wembanyama. Here's New York. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Mills. Outside, Levine. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dort. New York calls timeout. Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
And the Knicks making a change here. That'll be a 5-second call.
After a perfect first half in terms of ball control, the cracks have started to show. And now they're looking more and more vulnerable.
Here's McLaughlin. And Ware pulls it down. Here's New York. Pass to Johnson. Driving the lane. Mills in the corner. And the Knicks miss again. Inside. Passy, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Knicks. RJ, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
And that one, good. McLaughlin's got his first points of the night.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Johnson down low to the middle. It's stolen by Green. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Bassett. Hills with the rebound. Pass to Ware.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play here in the fourth. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here's Bassett. Here's McLaughlin. Outside, Green. Off target from outside.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
From the arc. Nice shot by Yabusele.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Victor Wembanyama.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
They get it back. Pass to Dort. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Substitution on the court.
So it's the Warriors now. George with the bucket.
And George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot player. Measuring the shot before receiving the pass, you can't guard that.
Now Johnson. And here is Bain. to Johnson. The kick out to Bain. They get the rebound. Ware, no good. Outside, George. His three-pointer's off the mark. So no problem for New York as they get the win.
Finger on the is clowning, not to flex, but to protect my neck like the Wu-Tang. Self-preservation is the rule when you do, or getting something more sinister. You gotta be the making so the doctors, they can't them or bring them back to life, back to reality. Gon' get them some, leave it alone. Triple OG status, A-Town's very own. Now party people in the club, it's time to cut a rug and throw the deuce up in the sky just for